Good morning, guys. Good morning. Let's get started. Let me get everybody up and rolling. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show, where we are having conversations about your everyday life. Confessions and conversations about your everyday life. My name is Yamitra Jojo Waddell, the only Live Past Crazy specialist. So what better place to be than here with me? It's going to be a great day. It's going to be the most amazing day ever, and it will be. Hope you're ready to get this day started. I know I am. It's going to be a good day, good day. Hope you enjoyed the show yesterday. I hope that you learned something. Yesterday we talked about the conscious pathways. So I hope you learned something. I hope you got something from that one yesterday. If you did, please let me know. Let's do the introduction. Please make sure you share the show because sharing is caring. If your friends and family don't have Facebook, send them over to the YouTube channel. They can binge watch all the Fearless Morning shows over there. And subscribe as well. Please subscribe. I think I'm only at 45 on YouTube. So if we could get me to 100, that would be really great. So if you could share and subscribe to the YouTube channel, I would greatly appreciate that. Don't forget to we have the podcast, Everywhere Podcasts Are Found. If you could subscribe to that, that would be most amazing. Please make sure you do that. We have the books, we have the movies, we have all the things. So on this great, most amazing day. Good morning, Joshua. It's going to be a good day. Going to be the most amazing day. So I was trying to find a quote, but I cannot find it. And I was looking for it. And I can't find it. So today, I want to talk about complex trauma, complex healing. Okay? Because good morning, Tammy. When you're going through, I gotta stop looking for this quote because my mind won't be right. I'll be steady thinking for it. When things happen to us, right? They often happen in layers, and we heal in layers, and there's a complexity to it, and as we begin this journey, and whatever you call, I call it a journey, self-help, self-healing, whatever. I'm just trying to get my mind right. I'm just trying to figure this out. Whatever you call it, that's up to you. But as you're going through it, good morning. But as you're going through it, I want you to think about, well, we don't think about the complexity of what has happened to us and the complexity of our healing. Now, I have always said I'm a firm believer that your healing can take place as fast or as slow as you want it to. Good morning, Miss Smith. Good morning. So it can happen as fast and as slow as you want to. But the complexity of the trauma and the complexity of the healing still reside in you. So when you think that you are healing through a thing, there may be a complexity to it that you understand. So a while back we talked about the definition of trauma. It means in that moment we are unable to respond mentally, physically, and emotionally to what just happened. And so because we have no outward expression of what just happened, we internalize it. That makes a marker in your body. Please read the book, The Body Keeps Score. So now I have a trauma marker in my body, and then everything that I do past that builds on that trauma. The minute I decide to heal, I have a healing marker in my body, and then everything builds on the healing, right? It doesn't negate the trauma that happened. It doesn't take away from the complexity of it. So in the circle of me, as I go through and heal things, there may be traumas that come up that may require a deeper dive or a deeper dig into my healing. It may require me understanding more I am statement. Right? Listen, Joshua, please understand. And when you go back and you look at it, how you healed from a broken heart is not how you heal from a childhood trauma. Because at 5, I don't understand why I'm responsible for taking care of my parent. I don't understand that. Why do I have to protect her from him? I don't understand why they hit each other. So your trauma happens, it creates a new DNA. So if this happened before the age of 7, definitely by 12, your identity is wrapped up in crisis. You've lived in trauma your whole life. You don't understand any other way of life other than at crisis mode. So your whole DNA is now addicted to the chemical that is produced when you have a trauma. The same chemical that is produced when you complain. The more you complain, the more you produce that chemical in your body, the more your body becomes addicted to it. The harder it is. That's why they said it is easier for a man to come off drugs. It's easier for you to come off crack than it is for you to stop complaining. Because that drug that you create is stronger. You don't have to go out and find it. You simply have to think it, and your body creates it. And your body reminds you, hey, we ain't complained yet, and it's 8:05. And you want to go to what's familiar, and so you complain. So if you've been raised in trauma and your identity is locked up in crisis, please go. Was that Tuesday we talked about identity crisis? Please go back and watch this whole week. Definitely identity crisis. So you have a complex trauma, you're going to have a complex healing. Meaning at the moment, right, Josh, you become acclimated to the flight of state of mind. Like either I'm going or I'm going. Either I'm living in this or I'm not. And we have no other options. So as you begin to heal, as you begin to go through this thing, you would think you would have healed past a part of it. And then something would happen that triggers you. And you'll be like, well, why do I feel this way? Why is it this way? It is because the trauma that you may have experienced younger in life, it is happened in layers. So your trauma may have been a one-time event, but what if it was something that showed up every single day of your life in your childhood? Your healing is going to happen in layers as well. As you begin to peel apart and look at it, you'll heal from this, which is connected to this. Well, you don't know it's connected until you start to look at the trauma. And so in the complexity of it, right? And in the complexity of our healing, all in this middle part is your identity crisis. Everything that sits here is your I am statement. It is your understanding of what is about to take place. I am healing. So if I am healing, I'm also acknowledging that my healing may be more complex than what I first assumed. You have to be dedicated to that journey, because some of us can run into a thing that says, hey, you need to heal past this. But because I'm not ready or prepared for that, or I'm not really dedicated to that I am statement, I will go back over here to I will be, and the healing stops. And then you'll find yourself starting all the time. Right, Joshua, in your everyday activity. And you won't even know it. Here's an example. Complex trauma. If I'm on my way home and I'm on the streetway and I notice a car is going the same way I'm going. Well, after about 8 minutes and you're still on the same streetway, especially if it's a one-way and ain't where you can pass me, I'm like, are you following me? Trauma. Let me take this right. I'm going to detour my way home to make sure you're not following me. Something in my mind clicked that said, hey, JoJo, this is what's happening. And I was like, oh, is this what's happening? Let me now change that. Complex trauma. Everyday actions. Everyday thoughts. That you got to be aware that they're showing up in. So I know my healing takes place in layers. And if I'm dedicated to the I am statement that I am healed, right? I've created the mold. I filled it. Then I understand the conscious pathway of healing this thing. I've got to look at that trauma and I've got to heal it. Now I can do that with the help of others, or it's a journey that I take on myself. Listen, I'm a fan of counseling every day. Please do what you see fit to help yourself. That's on you. Right, Joshua? Honey, I am healing. And then the deeper and the more you go into this, the deeper the healing, the more realizations hit you, the more capable you are of handling the healing. Some of us, we can't handle what we need to heal from. We can't handle it. And because I can't handle what I need to heal from, I stay in the trauma. I like that. Because I'm not ready to heal from the trauma, I stay in it. So if I don't understand, or if I can't handle it, if I can't handle what I'm ready to heal from, I will stay. I will be comfortable. I'll go back to the trauma. I will stay in it. I will stay in it because it is my friend. No matter how much I hate it, it is now my comforter. It is now my friend. So if you're not ready, if you can't handle what you're ready, what you want to heal from, if I can't handle the concept of me healing all my trauma, whatever it is for you, if you can't handle that, then you will stay right where you are. Remember, we building whichever I am, whatever mold you're building, you are now feeling that. So because I can't comprehend the healing that needs to take place, because I can't handle the truth, because of that, I'm going to stay in this trauma. So trauma, by definition, is the inability to physically, mentally, and emotionally process or give an outward expression of what just happened to me. So I can't do that. And so I absorb it in. Trauma impacts your body. It shows up as stress, migraines, high blood pressure, diabetes, gout, low sex drive, honey. It shows up as all kind of things. Never allow the pain to become a... Because some of us, pain and suffering is what we know. We have no idea that we're free to live. And if I could invite you to do anything today, it would be to live. I invite you to live today. Some people are afraid of living. Some people are simply waiting on death to be free. That's a quote by JoJo. Some people are waiting on death to be free. They don't know that they are free now. They can be free because there's so much complex trauma and complex healing that has to take place. They just don't have the bandwidth to handle healing and dealing with the trauma. So they will wait on death to be free. Because life is not worth living here. And because they assume that it's not worth healing. Good morning, Janice. Because they assume it's not worth healing, they die every day. So in the dying every day, this is what it looks like. I will be. One day, in the sweet by and by, I will be broke. I will be this. I will be that. And they never know that they're free to live. Do all the things, Joshua. Have a safe flight, my friend. Thank you for the hearts, Janice. So for those who are waiting on death to be free, take it from JoJo. I've learned this lesson. You cannot save them. It will break your heart. You will cry, you will beg, and you will plead and say there's so much more life. And if you could just for a 1/10 of a second see your freedom. And listen, this is what happens. So you can't drag them there. Think about the man at the gate. Remember we talked about that you're at the right place. You have the right opportunity. You're around the right people, but it's the wrong you. And because it's the wrong you, the right place, the right opportunity, and the right people don't matter because it's the wrong you that's showing up. That man that laid at the gate called Beautiful sat there for how long? And told everybody about all the things, except he did not believe it enough for himself. So he was waiting on death to be free until for a 1/10 of a second, he believed when they outstretched the right hand of fellowship. If you're a church girl, they say, you know, when they do the call, the end of it, in the altar call, they say we extend the right hand of fellowship to you today. If you would, please come to the altar to give your life to Christ. So somebody extended the right hand of fellowship to him. And it was only in that 1/10 of a second of a moment that he understood life was available. All the years of laying at the gate, called Beautiful. And he saw all the things. He saw all the miracles and wonders to perform. He could direct them. He understood them. He told them it was the wrong him. Because the complex trauma and healing was absolutely too much. So this is what happens. We're in the dark. Remember my journal entry from April 2020, JoJo, why are you so comfortable in the dark? Because I was afraid of the brightness of my light. When some of us, our eyes have adjusted to darkness and trauma and chaos and crazy for so long. It's the only thing that I can see. So when somebody comes and shines a light, just for a second, it hurts my eyes. So I close them because I can't possibly comprehend that there's anything else left for me to see. And because I can't comprehend that there's anything other for me to see because the light is so bright, I immediately turn back to the darkness because that's my comfort space. That's my comfort zone. But if just for a second, you allow your eyes to adjust to the light so that you can see. And I'm a firm believer this is what happens. People come to the cusp of, I want something different. They allow their eyes to see. It adjusts to the brightness of their light. But it is the vastness of the possibilities that they see that frighten them. You mean to tell me my whole life, all of this shit was out here for me to do, and here I am 50, 60, 70, just not wanting to do it. Well, now they feel like, maybe I'm too old to do it. Maybe I'm too this. I can't comprehend that. I can't do that. It's just so much for me to do. Instead of being excited and running towards the light of the vastness of possibilities, we simply close our eyes slowly, and that you that's inside of you that tells you whether I am or I will be, whichever one is dominant, is going to feel the mold of possibilities, or it's going to turn back to the darkness that you know. That darkness could be your everyday habit. Your darkness could be going back to a job and a career that you don't love. It could be a relationship. It could be not releasing weight, honey. Insert whatever that thing is there that you've yet to acknowledge and understand. So they sit at the gate of themselves. When I began this journey, I introduced myself to myself. over and over. Hey, JoJo, this is JoJo. Nice to meet you. You're going to learn something new today. It is a frightening place to live. You will live and sit at the gate called beautiful. You may even adjust your eyes to see the brightness of light. But because it is not the right you, even though all the opportunities are there, you will wait on your death to be free. I wish that you not do that. If I could open up somebody's head and pour in, and I feel it so strongly that sometimes when I think about it, I cry snot and tears, because it is the simplicity of it that makes it so complicated. JoJo, it can't be that easy. And it is because it's that easy that it seems so complicated that we don't move past it. It is our best friends. It is our parents. It is our sisters, our brothers. It is our neighbor. It is those we love the most that we want to shake the devil out of them. I want to say shake the shit. You want to shake the shit out of them and say, look, if I'm extending the right hand to you, if you could just trust that your ankles will carry you. Again, let's go back to our body parts doing what they need to do. So I've been seeing with my ears because my eyes have been closed. So now that I'm seeing with my eyes, I'm adjusting to the brightness of my light. Well, I've been sitting for so long that when I stand up, when you decide in the I am statement, you feel wobbly, you feel dizzy, you feel lightheaded, you feel overwhelmed. Who am I to be doing this thing? Is because you are readjusting and realigning your body to the true I am statement that is inside of you. So your knees will shake. Your right knee will hurt. Your ankle, JoJo, that you heard playing soccer in college will ache like nobody's business. So when you go to run, it will remind you. But you also have to give your body time to adjust to what it was supposed to do. My feet were to carry me. My ankles are to support me. My legs are to move me forward. My eyes are to see. My ears are to hear. I am to move forward. And as your body aligns itself true to the I am statement, you've got to be gentle with it as it shakes and wobbles and feels out how it is really supposed to move, because you never allowed it to do that thing before. Identity crisis lives here. Amen, Joshua. Imagine the possibilities, friend. A to the man. So if you can't handle what you're ready to heal from, you'll go back to the trauma. You'll go back to the darkness. You won't quite understand why nothing is really working. You will live there. You will judge others who are living differently. How dare you be free? JoJo, how dare you not worry about a bill? How dare you do this and you don't have a job? How dare you not stress about the crazy in the world? How dare you? Who are you to do that? Who I am is I am. Who I am is I am. I need to write that down. I don't have a pen. Who I am is I am. And because I am, I create. And because I create, I feel. And because I feel, I create a mold. And because I created a mold, I feel that mold. And so because I feel that mold, it is so. I feel like dancing. So who I am is I am. And my word can't come back to me void. It can't. And friend, when you understand the power that you harnessed, listen. Jesus. I wish I could talk as fast as the words that are coming into my brain. And I don't want to stop the flow, but I don't want to, I want to understand it as it's coming to me. But this is the most amazing thing. You, my friend, are creator. You are, I am. Because you are, I am, you create. You feel it, it is so. Good or bad, indifferent or not, happy, sad, rich or poor, it sits here. There's no different than any of us. There's a poem that T.D. Jakes used to say his mama read to him. She said, you have all the things that the greatest of men have had. 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 feet, 2 legs, 2 hands. You have everything that every great person in this world that you admire has. The difference sits here and the understanding of the I am statement. Janice, yes, honey, I am all of the things. So I don't know who that was for today. Maybe it was just for me, but I like that. So on this great, most amazing day, and it's going to be the great, most amazing day because we have our moon earrings on today. It's going to be a great day. We're going to be peaceful, period, because there's absolutely nothing after that. Joshua is going to have the most amazing trip to New York, and he's going to change and shake up the fashion world as never before because he is that. Period. There's nothing after that. Stop erasing that period and putting commas and question marks. You said it. It is so. Let it be. Feel that mold. So on this great day, as we are looking at complex traumas and complex healing, be safe, Joshua. Have a great trip. So as you're looking at that complex trauma, complex healing, know that you have to be ready to heal from that thing. Man must firmly come to believe that the reality that he desires lies fully within him and not without him. That was the quote I was looking for. Let me read you this because this blew my mind. Man not realizing that everything he encounters is a part of himself. And he rebels at the thought that I, have chosen the conditions of this life. And that they are related by affinity to only my mental capacity. So everything that I encounter in my life is a part of me. I can't get mad, but I do. Because I can't believe I've chosen this path of my life. I am assuming it's related to something outside of me, but it's only my mental capacity to do, see, and hear what I can do, see, and hear. So until I come fully and firmly to believe that the reality that I wish to see only lies within me, until I understand the I am statement, I will always look for an external force that would tell me there's something different. I will always look for someone to blame. I will always look for a different answer. Period. So as you're understanding this complex healing, complex trauma, so as you heal, know that we're healing in layers. Remember we talked about the circle of me. So we're still inside the circle of me. We're in the I am statement of the circle of me. Okay? So once we're done with that, we'll move on to something else. Healing happens in layers. The minute you said I am, it created a healing marker and you begin the healing journey. And there will be layers to it. You won't understand immediately what you're healing from now. Or you're thinking, I'm healing from that heartbreak. When really it may have been something that happened when you were 6. Oh, I'm healing from something when I was 25. No, it was 10. So as you understand and commit to your journey and understand the complexity. And listen, again, I firmly believe you can heal as fast as slow as you want to. But you've got to be willing, capable, and able and dedicated to that part of it. Like when something comes up, like I talked about your day before yesterday. When it comes up, I have to deal with it right now. Good morning, Angie. I didn't know you were here. Yes. Oh, friend, don't make me cry. I love you. I got you, friend. I got you. And look at you. She is such a... I've been cussing a lot lately. You're such a badass woman. I love Angie. I love her to death. I love you to life, not to death. I love you to life. Honey, listen, I'm forever grateful to you. Because you choose to be my friend. It is just like it is an honor to be your friend, is an honor to be my friend. So I'm honored that Andrea calls me friend. I'm honored that Janice calls me friend. I'm honored that Tammy calls me friend. It is an honor to be my friend. And it is an honor to be your friend. And because we meet each other at this level, our relationships grow and they grow stronger. And the love and the intensity that we have for each other only grows because we honor each other. When we understand that I give 100, you give 100. If you don't have 100, I have 50 to give you. I have 75. And it's give and take, ebb and flow. So it's an honor. It is my honor, Andrea. Honey, please understand that. It's my honor. So on this great, most amazing day. Listen, don't make me cry, y'all. So on this great, most amazing day, I want you to be peaceful, period. Okay? I wish that more than anything for you. I do. And I wish it, and you know how some people wish, like I wish that for you and they don't mean it like I do. I think about people all the time and the things that I would hope for them to see and understand. And if I could just open up your head and pour it in there, that would be great. I don't want you to wait on death to be free. I want you to be free. Life is for living. And here's another quote by JoJo. You need to introduce yourself to life. You haven't lived. I had to do that. If you've been in an abusive relationship and you come out, you have no idea what life is. You just don't. And so you have to reintroduce yourself to life. And if you're like me, you'll be like a little kid and take over. So here, I'm going to tell y'all this secret. Well, if you've been with me for a while, you know. So my ex-abuser was a smoker, a chain smoker. And we always had to ride in the car with the windows up. I grew up in a cigarette smoking house. I hated it. I walked around with a wet washcloth over my nose all the time. So he would never let me roll the window down. After I left, if I'm having a stressful day, I don't care how cold it is, you will find me with all the windows down in the car with me doing this. You remember when you was a kid, you let the wind blow through your hands? I do that. I introduce myself to life. Remember that I'll do this, honey, 46, driving down the road, doing this out the window, doing this. And if I'm really good on the open road, I stick my head out the window and let all the wind blow my hair. If I have a convertible, the top is off, hands in the air. Introduce yourself to life. I love to swing. When I'm having a bad day in the summer, I go to the local park. I walk to it because it's like a 3-minute walk from me. And I wait my turn on the swings with the little kids. And I'm not ashamed to say I don't get off when it's my turn. You just gonna have to wait till my hips hurt and I gotta get out the swing. I will swing, I will throw my head back, and I will laugh, and I will giggle, and I will cry. And then I'm gonna jump out with my hands in the air and say, wee! And I may hurt myself, but I'm gonna get up, and I'm getting back on the swing, and I'm gonna wait my turn again. Introduce yourself to life. I wasn't allowed to go to the library, and y'all know I'm a nerd. I will go to the library and I will find the most randomest aisle and I will just sit there on the floor and just sit there. I don't have to touch a book. I can smell them. Introduce yourself to life. You do not have to wait on death to be free. Honey, there's so much living left in you. There's so much life left in you. Today, wherever you are, okay, if it's cold, maybe not so much, but go stick your face outside and let the crisp air remind you that everything is alive and well. Go swing today. Listen, if I can't go swing and it's too cold outside, I put on my socks and I skate through my house because it's hardwood floors. I skate through the house. Literally, with my socks on. I put on music and my kids look at me like I'm crazy. It doesn't matter. I'm teaching them to be free in life. Yes. So on this great day, have the most amazing day ever. Go skate on your hardwood floor. Even if it's from one end of the kitchen to the other. Say "we" as you do it. Put on your favorite song and dance throughout the house. Crack the window. Change the atmosphere in your home. Let some fresh air in. Let that old air out. Open up the door and tell your blessings that they are welcome. Tell the things that are not for you, they're free to go. They're no longer welcome here. Open up the windows and the doors and do that. And I promise there will be a change in you and your atmosphere. So on this great day, I'm done giving advice on how to live free today. I hope this has helped somebody. If it has, please let me know. Please make sure you share the show because sharing is caring. If your friends and family don't have Facebook, send them over to the YouTube channel. They can binge watch over there. We have the books. We have the movie. We have all the things, okay? Today is Thursday. It's going to be the most amazing day. So on this great day, I wish you peace, blessings, and abundance. And I will see you guys here bright and early tomorrow morning. Have a good day, Miss Janice.